Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and the hockey playoffs are here. Yes, you heard that right. The NHL playoffs are here, and so are the NHL Bracket Challenge. You guys heard that right. We are back with another NHL Bracket Challenge video. With, of course, we had to go the Spin Wheel Edition. You guys heard that right. I'm going to stop sharing my screen just for a second. We don't need camera. We do need audio. I am going to share my whole entire screen. It's going to be much easier this way. And we'll share my audio to near the brackets. It's going to be much easier this way so that I can share the jet screen here. So our first series, I'm just going to go over all 16 playoffs, 8 playoff series, and my predictions later on in the videos. But first, I think it's time that we start with the NHL Spin Wheel Edition Challenge. First up, we have the Winnipeg Jets versus St. Louis Blues. The Winnipeg Jets are the current President's Trophy holders. Will there be a President's Trophy curse? St. Louis Blues need a 12-game winning streak to get here, but they are here in the first round, or in the first round, and the wildcard number 2 spot. The Dallas Stars, who acquired Mikko Rantanen, have been a good team, and the Colorado Avalanche, who traded away Mikko Rantanen to the Dallas Stars after trading him away to Carolina. Carolina then gave him off to the Dallas Stars. The NHL trade deadline. The Vegas Golden Knights, your 2023, your 2023 Stanley Cup champions, are playing the Minnesota Wild and Marc-Andre Fleury in his final season. The series of Edmonton and LA returns. Will LA finally be able to get dethrone the Oilers, or will the Oilers be raining oil? The Battle of Ontario returns. You have the Atlantic Division winners in the Toronto Maple Leafs versus the Ottawa Senators, who have not made the playoffs for a while. Will the Ottawa Senators and Lena Solmark be able to defeat the Toronto Maple Leafs in the first round? Then you head over to the Battle of Florida. Both teams have a good season, with Florida being your defending Stanley Cup champions. Will they be able to go to the Stanley Cup final 3 years in a row and defend their championship? Then you have the battle of the two surprising teams. You have the Washington Capitals, who are currently lead the Metro, versus the Montreal Canadiens, who recently clinched. Montreal has not clinched a playoff spot to 2021. Will they be able to make to the next Stanley Cup final like they did in 2021, or will they come up short? And will Ovechkin and the Washington Capitals, with better goaltending, be able to do what they did all season and win hockey games? Then our last matchup of the day is the Carolina Hurricanes, causing chaos as usual with the New Jersey Devils. New Jersey Devils last year did not make the postseason, so will they be able to make their position known and their identity known against the Hurricanes? The Montreal Canadiens clinched against the Carolina Hurricanes with the win. However, Carolina was resting up most of their guys. Still, will it be time when Carolina defeats New Jersey? With that, those are all your 2025 Stanley Cup playoff matchups. I really enjoyed that section. Now let's go to the spin wheel. First up, we are going to start with St. Louis and Winnipeg. Just to clarify how the spin wheel works, in case you weren't with us last year, we do have all 8 matchups in the spin wheel, and we'll update them. As you can see here, by clicking on the Winnipeg Jets, it will ask me for the number of games. The number of games will then be collected. The number of games will then be collected as my 2025 championship, and then there will be a bonus question. You guys will get a hang of it very shortly as we go along. We'll do the best of 7 series just like the spin wheel does. As a team is eliminated, I will click on them and I will remember the number of games as I will be writing it down. With that, if you have any questions on how my hockey playoff system works, please let me know. I have all my things on a whiteboard, so we'll get started as I will write on the whiteboard the predictions. So I will be stepping out about every game, every series or two, just to write it down. With that, who's ready to get started with the NHL Bracket Challenge? First up, the Jets versus Blues. Who's going to take game one? Will it be the Jets or the Blues? It will be St. Louis. I would see this as an upset here. Let us see who is going to win game two. Is it going to be the Jets or the Blues? So it's Jets one, it's Blues one, Jets zero. And the Jets will tie it up, so it's going to be 1-1. There will be a game five. And the Jets are going to take game three and lead the series 2-1. Will St. Louis be able to tie it up, or will the Jets put the Blues to elimination? It's looking like the Jets are going to put the Blues to face elimination as they lead this playoff series 3-1. Will the Blues be able to hold off elimination and force a game six? Yes, they will be. The series is now 3-2. Can the Blues force a game seven here in our first round? It is looking like they will. They have tied up the series. It's 3-3. You can see here I have it. Ignore this TBL, but that's just a test. We can say Blues, Jets, Jets, Jets. So that's 3-1 and then 3-2, 3-3. Who is going to take game seven? It is St. Louis Blues versus Winnipeg Jets. It's looking like the Blues. Yes, the St. Louis Blues are taking taking the first series in 7 games. I'm just gonna make a note of this in my phone. Don't need the whiteboard anymore, so I'm gonna make a note in this in my phone. But what a fun series this has been. Okay, so with that, we have St. Louis in 7. Now, I will again be going over this in a little bit, but I do believe this could happen. I don't know, but could. All right, next up as we enter is going to be the Stars and the Abs. Who's going to take it? I'm going to clear our list. I'm going to remove our entries. Stand by here. Take a quick break as we do this series. As I enter the series, Stars, Abs, Abs. In my opinion, the Avalanche are going to be downgraded without the hopes of Mikko Rantanen. However, they do have Brock Nelson. Let's see what the spin wheel thinks, though, because obviously without me, there's no hockey playoff predictions. Without the spin wheel, there are no hockey playoff predictions. The spin wheel thinks that Avs will win Game 1 against the Dallas Stars and Mikko Rantanen. Who is going to win game 2? Is it going to be the Stars spinning it up again and winning the game? No, it will not be. The Avalanche are off to a 2-0 series lead. This NHL season's been a game of what ifs at this point with injuries and stuff. Let's see the Stars can battle back. No, it is the Avalanche taking a 3-0 lead. Could we see our first sweep of the year in this playoff predictions video? Maybe it's gonna be right here, right now. And the Dallas Stars are not gonna let that happen. It is now 3-1. Will the Avalanche clinch it for in game 5? No, maybe. No. Oh, no, it is the Dallas Stars. It is 3-2. Could we see 2 game 7s? Maybe right here, right now. The Dallas Stars are tied with the Colorado Avalanche 3-3 going into game 7. Who is going to win it all? And it's looking like the Stars are completing a comeback, winning 4 in a row and taking it in game 7. Could this happen? Very possible. I did not want to advance St. Louis there yet, so we're going STO in 7. And we're going Dow in 7. Alright, for our next series, VGK versus Minnesota Wild. Once again, I'm going to clear the list, and we are going into entries. We're going to go to VGK. We're going to play the Knights' former goalie in Marc-Andre Fleury. Who's going to take it? No one knows. And going into game 1 here, I'm going to go to results so you can see it again. Make sure that I'm not cheating. Game 1 goes to the Minnesota Wild. Minnesota's going wild in St. Paul. It is 1-0 in the series. And Minnesota's going to be 2-0. Could we see our third game 7 here, this possible series? Maybe it is 2-0, but we all know no lead is safe, even a 3-0 lead. Here, as we can see, the Golden Knights are not going to be done yet. They are going to come back and try to tie the series here. It's 2-1 in favor of Minnesota. Is Minnesota gonna put them on the brink? It looks like that will be a no from the Golden Knights. It's tied up 2-2. Getting into elimination territory here as we head to Game 5 in the playoff series. And Vegas coming in with 3 in a row is gonna take it 3-2 so far. Will Minnesota force our third game 7 in our third series? Yes, they will. It is 3-3. If my mic's too loud, please let me know in the comments. But it is 3-3. Who else is gonna take it? Is it gonna be Minnesota or the Golden Knights? Game 7. It will be the Vegas Golden Knights. I am not surprised by that, but the Vegas Golden Knights are taking home game 7. I don't think the series will actually end up going to 7, but you never know. I'm gonna do it a little different. I'm gonna leave the Western Conference teams up there, and then we will go into Eastern once they are done. With when we have whoever's going to Stanley Cup final. LA versus Edmonton. This could go either way. I feel like it could, but we will see what happens. We are gonna clear the list and clear the entries. LA. We're gonna call Edmonton EDM. Sorry, Oilers fans. Here we go. Edmonton Oilers, LA Kings. Who's going to take this series? I brought you a results page. That doesn't matter. It's going to be LA in game one. Is this going to be LA's revenge? I believe I have picked the Oilers to LA Kings to win every series, and it has been wrong every single year. Will this year be different? The Oilers are going to come and tie it up here. I am not shocked by this result at first. The Edmonton Oilers are tied with the LA Kings 1-1 in the series. Who will take game three? It is the Edmonton Oilers who will take game three. Who is going to take game four? Going into game four, will it be the Edmonton Oilers or the LA Kings? We know there will be a game five. Let us see. It's going to be game six, 2-2 LA Edmonton. 2 games apiece. Going into game five. Who's gonna take game five? Is it gonna be Edmonton or LA? It's gonna be LA in game number five. Who's gonna take game six? Will LA complete the game? Or will Edmonton, of course, come back and force a game seven? It is looking like they will. Edmonton will force our game seven as usual. We now have a game seven in each of the Western Conference series. I do not see every series going to game seven, but it very well could. Edmonton, LA, and Edmonton's gonna win in 7 games. I do see that happening. Sorry, LA Kings fans, I just do not see the comeback fans happening. Maybe now though that I selected LA in seven, maybe now that I did Edmonton in seven, everything could change. But let's go on to the Edmonton Oilers. And now I get to end the game, and it's really easy for me. I just have to hit 7, 7, 7, and 7. Let us see how this plays out. I do see this realistically. I'm just gonna go over my predictions. I do see St. Louis possibly beating Winnipeg. I know Winnipeg President Trophy, but you know how the curse goes. I do see that happening in Game 7. I do see also the Dallas Stars beating the Avalanche here, especially in goaltending. I don't like how this one has Game 7, but it could be a Game 7. Vegas, Minnesota, I think it's going to be a Vegas 7. Minnesota could do it. It's going to be a closer series. Same with Edmonton, LA, but right now I'm not liking these predictions, but you know I have to do them because the spin wheel wants me to. And okay, now our next series is gonna be St. Louis versus Dallas. Who's gonna take it? I am gonna remove the Eastern. Sorry, I am going to remove the Western Conference team. Who is gonna take it? Winnipeg. Did I just say Winnipeg? St. Louis, Dallas. It's gonna be haywire. I see this happening. I do see the Dallas Stars going all the way. To be honest, I don't think they're winning the cup, but I do see them going all the way. Who will they lose to? I'm thinking I'm going either Tampa or Washington, Ovi, that could be good, or Carolina. But the spin wheel is different. Let's get into it. Game 1, St. Louis, Dallas. Who's gonna take it? It is gonna be St. Louis. St. Louis is gonna take game 1. Now, we have had every series go to game 7. Will that continue to this series? Maybe it will. St. Louis is going to take a 2-1 series lead. Will the Dallas Stars take it over? Oh, wait, sorry. St. Louis has a 2-0 lead, I was going to say. St. Louis has a 3-0 lead. Will this be the first series to not go to a game 7, or will the Dallas Stars force the game 7? It is looking like we will not have a game 7, and it will be St. Louis in 4. I do not agree with this pick, but again, I am not the spin wheel, and if this theme of the video is this theme of bracket challenge is the spin wheel, then we have to go with the spin wheel. So of course, we are going with the spin wheel, and we are going with the idea of St. Louis in 4. Now I'm also marking the games down here because I don't know if it asks, but I'm gonna keep that in mind as well for myself. St. Louis in 4. I do see that happening. It's listed there already, so I'm gonna delete that there. St. Louis in 4, though. I do see that happening. I'm gonna say round 2, so I know it. Actually, I don't know. I got round 1. I heard round 1, honestly. Oh, it's too late. Okay. St. Louis in 4 in round 2. Vegas versus Edmonton. Who is going to the conference final? Who will be eliminated? Who will go home? Let's find out right now. Can the Golden Knights do what they did 2 years ago in winning the cup? Or will the Edmonton Oilers come back for revenge as usual from what happened last year in the final in Game 7? We are about to find out, and Vegas is taking game 1. Who will take game 2? Is it going to be the Edmonton Oilers or the Vegas Golden Knights? Game 2 is going to the Vegas Golden Knights. Will we see 2 sweeps in a row in the Western Conference or the Western Conference Final? We will find out. Here comes Edmonton. Edmonton's going to take game 3. It is a 2-1 series. Going into game 4, we know there will be a game 5. Will Edmonton force a game 6? Here we go. We will find out. Vegas is going to take game 4. Vegas is on the 3-1 series lead. Will we see a game 7 or no? Will it end in 5? Here come the Edmonton Oilers, but it's looking like it may be Vegas. Maybe Vegas. No, it will be the Edmonton Oilers forcing a game 6. Will Edmonton force a game 7, or will it be stuck at 6? Will it be stuck at 6? We are right now in game 6. Will it be the Edmonton Oilers making a comeback, or will it be the Golden Knights? It's looking like the Edmonton Oilers will force game 7. The Edmonton Oilers will indeed force a game 7. And here we go. Game 7. Edmonton Oilers versus Vegas Golden Knights. A spot to the Western Conference Final on the line. And the Vegas Golden Knights are taking it in game 7. I do not see this happening realistically, but Let's see who's going to take the next game after we have VGK in 7. Who's going to make it to the Stanley Cup final? Let's find out. Will it be St. Louis or Vegas? I'm going to clear both just to be clear. Let us see. My prediction will be Vegas, but who will be in? Let's find out in 3, 2, 1. Who's taking game 1? Let's find out. Here we go. It is gonna be the St. Louis Blues taking game 1 of the Western Conference Final. Who's taking game 2? Vegas versus St. Louis. Vegas is trying to tie it. St. Louis is trying to take a 2-0 lead, which is exactly what they'll do. Coming to game 3, who will lead the series? Who will take? Will St. Louis take a 3-0 lead, or will Vegas come back? Here we go. St. Louis will take game 3. Will it be a sweep by the St. Louis Blues, or will Vegas come back? Here we go. Vegas is coming back. It's gonna be 3-1 in favor of St. Louis, but still a chance for Vegas. Here we go. Will the St. Louis Blues close it out, or will the Vegas Golden Knights Will the Vegas Golden Knights come back, or will the St. Louis Blues be eliminated? Will they make it? It will be the Vegas Golden Knights trying to force a game 7 and game 6. Who will do it? Is it going to be the St. Louis Blues in 6? Yes, it will be. St. Louis in 6 on this one. Never thought I'd see that coming. I hope you guys are enjoying the hockey content right now. And we have the St. Louis Blues make it to the final. And who's going to take it? Is it going to be the Ottawa Senators or the Toronto Maple Leafs down to the Eastern Conference? Let's find out. Of course, we got to clear the list here. Let's see. Send Leafs. I think the Sens should be red, though. Because it's only fitting Leafs are blue. Sens versus Leafs, here we go. Who will it be? Is it going to be the Ottawa Senators, the Toronto Maple Leafs? In game 1, it's going to be the Toronto Maple Leafs. Who's going to take game 2, Ottawa or Toronto? Here we go. It is going to be the Ottawa Senators, and they have tied the series at 1. Who's it gonna be? Is it gonna be the Ottawa Senators once again, or will it be the Toronto Maple Leafs? It is looking like it is gonna be the Ottawa Senators taking a 2-1 lead. Who will it be? The Ottawa Senators taking a 3-1 lead, or the Toronto Maple Leafs knotting this thing up at 2? It will be the Toronto Maple Leafs tying the series at 2. Who will it be? The Toronto Maple Leafs or the Ottawa Senators in Game 5? It will be the Toronto Maple Leafs with the chance to close it out in Game 6. Will they close it out, or will it go to a game 7? They will close it out in game 6. The Toronto Maple Leafs have made it in game 6. The battle of Florida now is going to be the Lightning versus the Panthers. Let's see who wins it. Here we go, the Tampa Bay Lightning versus the Florida Panthers. Who's going to take game 1? It is going to be the Florida Panthers. Who will it be? The Florida Panthers or the Tampa Bay Lightning in game number 2? It will be the Florida Panthers taking a 2-0 series lead. We know 2-0 leads are safe. Could this series go to a game number 7? Here we go. The Florida Panthers, Tampa Bay Lightning. It is 2-1 still in favor of Florida. Let's see, the Florida Panthers, Tampa Bay Lightning. Who's gonna take it? Here comes Tampa Bay, and they will tie the series up at 2. Here we go. Once again for game number 5. Will Tampa Bay take a lead, or will the Florida Panthers take it? It's going to be closer than ever. The Tampa Bay Lightning will take a 3-2 lead. Here we go. Once again, Tampa Bay versus Florida. Will Tampa Bay close it out? It is looking like a game number 6. Tampa Bay will close this series out. We'll have a Tampa Bay Toronto series lineup. Oh, wait. Toronto in 6 as well, I believe. I don't think I wrote that. No. Tampa Bay winning 4 in a row. Alright, who's gonna take it? Who's gonna take it? The Washington Capitals versus the Montreal Canadiens. Let's find out. I am not spelling Canadians, so I'm gonna just use caps. Not what I wanted to do. We're gonna clear the entries list. We're gonna do Caps, MTL. I'm sorry, Canadians, sorry, I just can't spell your team right. Alright, here we go. Game number 1. Who's it gonna be? Game number 1, we're gonna go to the Washington Capitals. Will they take game number 2? Let's find out. The Washington Capitals, here we go. Are they going to take game number 2? No, the Montreal Canadiens are taking game number 2. Here we go, game number 3, Canadiens versus Capitals. Who's going to take it? It's going to be the Washington Capitals taking a 2-1 lead. Will they be able to take a 3-1 series lead in game number 4? Here we go. Toronto versus Montreal versus Washington. Here we go. Washington, they're gonna try to take a 3-1 lead. Will they do it? Yes, they will do it. Toronto has a Washington has a 3-1 lead. Will they close it out, or will the Montreal Canadiens take it over? The Montreal Canadiens will win game number 6. Will win the game number 6, and we'll win game number 5, and we'll try to tie the series. We'll try to tie the series up in game number 6. Will they do it? The Montreal Canadiens are gonna do it. The series is tied up at 3, and we will go to a game 7. Who is going to take it? Game 7, Washington or Montreal? Will Washington be able to hold on to it? Washington will hold on to it, and the Capitals are going to the second round, just like they did in 2018 when they won the Cup. Our last series of the day, Carolina versus New Jersey. Who's gonna take it? Will it be the Canes or will it be the Evil Devils? Who is gonna take this one? Here we go. The Carolina Hurricanes are well rested. Who's gonna take it? Will it be the Carolina Hurricanes or the New Jersey Devils? It is looking like it will be the Carolina Hurricanes taking game number 1. Still time in the series for New Jersey to tie it up. We know what they did with the Rangers earlier. Will they be able to repeat that? Here we go. New Jersey is tied 1-1. Here we go. New Jersey, Carolina. Will Carolina take a 2-1 lead, or will it be the Devils taking a 2-1 lead? It will be the New Jersey Devils. Can Carolina tie it up in game number 4? We're about to find out. Or can New Jersey put the Hurricanes on the verge of causing a storm and beating the Hurricanes? No, it will be game number 2 with the Hurricanes causing chaos It will be 2-2 with the series, heading back to Game 5. Lucky in Game 5. Can Carolina take it? Or will the New Jersey Devils try to play spoiler? New Jersey Devils will play spoiler going down to Game 6. Who's going to take Game 6? Can Carolina come back for it to Game 7? Or will New Jersey steal the series? It is looking like Carolina will force a Game 7. That's exactly what will happen. Carolina's going to Game 7. Game 7 versus New Jersey. Who's going to win it? Will it be Carolina or New Jersey? It is looking like the Carolina Hurricanes have completed the win. Here we go. Game 7, Carolina. 7. What was it? That's alright. That I believe it was Washington in 7. It will be TBL in 6. It was Washington 7, TBL in 6. And Toronto in 5. Toronto in 6. All right, we are gonna go to the Carolina Washington series only because I have it written in. Nothing against it, but I just have Carolina already written in. The Carolina Capitals right now, but I have it in just for the sake of it. I mean, Carolina, Washington. Who can do it? It will be the Carolina Hurricanes. It will be the Washington Capitals. Here we go. Round number 2. I brought to clear the list. Here we go. List is cleared. Washington, Carolina. Here we go. It will be the Carolina Hurricanes taking game 1. Here we go. Game number 2. Carolina versus Washington. Who's going to take it? It will be the Washington Capitals taking game number 2. Here we go. Who's gonna take game number 3? Will be the Carolina Hurricanes or the Washington Capitals. On the line, the Carolina Hurricanes will be taking game number 4 and will look to end the series. Taking game number 3 and we'll look to take a 3-1 lead, and exactly what they will do. They are going to take a 3-1 lead over the Washington Capitals. Will this be the end of the Capitals season, or will they come back and try to force a game 7? Here we go. The Washington Capitals are going to try to come back, and they have forced a game number 6. Will there be a game number 7? We will find out very shortly. Yes, there will be Washington. No, there will. Yes, there will be. The Washington Capitals are saying we're not done yet, and we are gonna force the game number 7. Who's gonna win in game number 7? Washington, Carolina. This will be a close series. It's looking like it'll be the Carolina Hurricanes. Wait till it's official. It is the Carolina Hurricanes. And it's looking like Ovechkin will not be winning a Stanley Cup. And here we go. Who's it gonna be? The Toronto Maple Leafs or the Tampa Bay Lightning? We've had this battle before. Let's see who's gonna be. How long is this video? 43 minutes already. Wow. Okay. This is not gonna take this long, but I guess it will, cause why not? Because I'm Shark B and I love videos, so why not? I love recording. Is my caps lock on? It looks like it is. There we go. Toronto TBL. Who is gonna take it? Toronto versus Tampa Bay. Who's gonna take it? It is looking like the Toronto Maple Leafs. Could it be the Toronto Maple Leafs? Yes, it will be. The Toronto Maple Leafs are taking game number 1. And I'm gonna check some at least the winner of the series. Yeah, so you can just stay in, and then I'll just end Carolina. We're almost done with this playoff prediction video, folks. Just stand by. Sorry to take so long. Here we go. The Tampa Bay Lightning looking to tie it up. No, they will not. Toronto's off to a 2-0 lead. Here we go. Game number 3. Toronto Tampa Bay. Who's gonna take it? It is looking like the Toronto Maple Leafs. Taking a 3-0 series lead. Will they be able to hold on to it, or will they be choking once again for a trip to the Eastern Conference Final? It is looking like it'll be a Maple Leaf sweep. Congratulations, Leafs fans. You are off to the Eastern Conference Final against the Carolina Hurricanes with the sweep. And I'm just going to make sure I noted that again so that I know. Here we go. Carolina, Tampa Bay. I keep doing it up. Carolina, Toronto. Who is going to take it? Toronto's already in there. Will it be another three verbal? Carolina steal it. Let's find out here. Who will it be? Toronto versus Carolina in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Carolina, Toronto. Who's it gonna be? Will it be the Toronto Maple Leafs? No, it will not be. It's gonna be the Carolina Hurricanes taking game number 1. Who's it gonna be? Game number 2, Carolina Hurricanes, Toronto Maple Leafs. The Toronto Maple Leafs will take game number 2 and tie the series up. Who's it gonna be? Toronto, Carolina, game number 3. Carolina is gonna take a 2-1 series lead. Who's it gonna be? Is it gonna be Carolina or Toronto? Game number 4. Toronto's gonna tie it up 2-2. Who's it gonna be? Toronto vs Carolina. Game number 5. Will there be a game 6? We will find out. Carolina trying to win it. Toronto trying to win it as well. Carolina is going to take a 3-2 series lead. There will be a game 6. Who's going to force it? Who's going to force a 7? Will there be a 7? Or will Toronto lose this series? Toronto's not done with yet. Looking for a trip to the Stanley Cup Final in game number 7. Who's gonna take it? The Toronto Maple Leafs are gonna fall in 7 games, and the Carolina Hurricanes are gonna win the series and go to the Stanley Cup Final. and I screwed that up. Especially Carolina, and then Carolina going to Stanley Cup final. And what was it? Game wise? 7, right? Yeah. Who's gonna take it? I don't know who's gonna be the Stanley Cup champion. Should we find out who the Stanley Cup champion's gonna be? St. Louis versus Carolina, the moment you've been waiting for. I say let's find out. Do you guys say let's find out? I think so too. Here we go. Game number 1 is underway. St. Louis versus Carolina. And the Carolina Hurricanes are going to take game number 1. Who's it gonna be? Game number 2, Carolina versus St. Louis. Will the St. Louis Blues do what they did in 2019 and win the Stanley Cup? Here we go. It is 1-1 in the series. Here we go. St. Louis, Carolina. St. Louis will take a 2-1 lead. St. Louis will take a 2-1 lead. And it's looking like they're one step closer to doing what they did to the Boston Bruins in 2019. Here we go. St. Louis, Carolina. St. Louis going to take a 3-1 series lead. Can St. Louis end it in 5? Here we go, game number 5, St. Louis, Carolina. It's looking like it's going to be St. Louis doing what they did to the Boston Bruins once again in 2019. Yes, it will be. The St. Louis Blues are going to win the 2019 and 2025 Stanley Cup. And the Tri-Tri-5 will be 5 games. So we are picking the St. Louis Blues to make it to the playoffs. Predicted number of goals, I'm going to go 20 in the final. I'm gonna say 2-1 each game, and I'm gonna go 14 just for the sake of it. Actually, no, 2-1 each game times 5 is gonna be 10. 10 plus 5 is gonna be 15. Oh, what are the frames I'm missing really quickly here? I wish you told me which frame I missed. No, I have to read through all this. Say I missed something. I don't know what. Well, I don't remember this. I know this was a game 6. This was also 6. This was 7. This was 7. Then I know we had Toronto, Carolina, Carolina. Then I know all of these were 7. It was St. Louis, Dallas, Vegas, Edmonton. And then it was, who was the Western Conference? I know it was St. Louis, St. Louis, St. Louis. I want to say they played Vegas. They played Vegas, right? WCF. It was Vegas in round 2007, so yeah, they Vegas again, and St. Louis. Age 15. Okay, now it saved it successfully rewrite that. Okay. Well, now I'm gonna add a bracket to all my leads. Yeah. So I'll do that eventually, but that will do it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Game number one. This is a fun series to record.